Hello everybody and welcome to the Benthic Gaming YouTube channel. Many of you probably know me from my Twitch channel, Benthic Gaming, capital B, capital G, and 2-season Benthic, because you know how it is. But here on the YouTube channel, I plan to showcase a lot of the teams that I will be playing in and on my Twitch channel live. We will be trying to climb the ladder in VGC Sword and Shield, doing some ranked battles. And here today, I want to showcase a really cool Blaziken team that I've been trying on Twitch for the past couple of days. So here we have Blaziken with Speed Boost, obviously, and Swords Dance. So the idea with this is to get the Amoonguss and Blaziken out on the field, get off a Rage Powder, get off a Swords Dance, be able to do really big damage, and wait for Blaziken to basically outspeed everything on the field, which is really nice. We have some alternate means of damage from Thunderous, Fly, Wild Charge, and U-Turn. This is actually a pretty good lead with Blaziken, going Thunderous, Blaziken, and be able to get that that Defiant off if we come out with a in front of an Incineroar or a Landorus, and then Thunderous can really do some really good damage and cover for a lot of Blaziken's weaknesses. We also have a really interesting tech here with Jellicent. Rather than a Trick Room setter, I would more call this a Trick Room counter. We're able to get the Trick Room off within Trick Room to get rid of Trick Rooms. I feel like I'm saying Trick Room a lot, but Jellicent's a really cool Pokemon. We have Water Spout for decent damage. We have the Mystic Water to help out those water spouts just a little bit. Very bulky Pokemon with Strength Sap as well to refuel that HP and let those water spouts come out again. And then Sludge Bomb, obviously, to counter some stuff like Tapu Fini and whatnot. Then we have the really bulky T-Tar. Salt Vest T-Tar, we can really wall out Celsteela, surprisingly, and a couple other special attackers like Galarian Moltres and things in the current meta. And then we have Light Screen, Reflect, Screens Grimmsnarl, basically just make everything super bulky on our side of the field and be able to put out some scary faces to gain some extra speed control with Blaziken if we need. So basically that's the team. So how about we just get straight into battles and see what this thing can really do on the ladder. So I'll see you there. Alright, so as we jump into finding a match here, I just want to talk a little bit about the channel, a little about a little bit about the Blaziken team and some stuff that we like to do. So obviously you can see 247 games. We played quite a few games this season. We're ranked pretty decently. I'm pretty happy with our rank. We play very many teams. We play at least one team a week. We play this week alone. We're actually on our third team, and in this series, I think we're on our fifth team now. So there are a couple of teams. I build every team myself. I make every team from scratch, put it in Showdown, throw it into the ladder, and see how they do. Basically, so some teams work out a lot better than others, and this Blaziken team has been doing really well for me. So I really would like to just get into the game and kind of show off a little bit what goes down. But I have the expert belt on Blaziken that really just helps it do a lot more super effective damage. It really helps it out there. I'm hoping to find a game anytime soon now. That would be very nice. But yeah, we go live almost every day on Twitch. Probably take 1 or 2 days off a week, and we go live anywhere from 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 11 a.m. to somewhere around 3 is the latest that we've gone live, and we'll stream maybe 3-4 hours a day of just honestly laddering content. As you can see, so many games that we've played, we do play a whole lot, and we really love to get this Pokemon content through. So alright, and here we go as we jump into our first game here. It looks like we'll be going up against Thunderous, Urshifu, Incineroar, Tapu, Koko. I'm sorry. Wow, Tapu Lele. I'm very sorry. It took me a second there to think the Pokemon name. Regieleki and Metagross. First glance, I actually do think Thunderous can, I think that Blaziken can do a decent job here. Obviously we have to worry about the Electro Webs, but Blaziken can really do well against Metagross. If we can set up Sun and get us rolling a little bit, we could do well against the Tapu Lele. That's Tapu Koko. Oh my gosh. It's Tapu Lele. The Tapus like to slip my mind a little bit, but the names at least. Honestly, Thunderous looks really good as a start as well. Tyranitar could do well against Regieleki. So I think we go Blaziken Amoonguss, actually. And honestly, Jellicent looks really well here, so I think I'm going to go Jellicent Tyranitar. Just because there are a couple of special attackers that T-Tar might want to wall out a little bit. You can do well against Incineroar, and obviously the Metagross and Urshifu matchups are a little bit in the negative for Tyranitar, but as long as we can take care of those, and we have Pokemon that can take care of those pretty well, so I do feel pretty confident about bringing the Pokemon that I brought. So we do get Metagross Tornadus, so you could imagine it's probably, I almost want to say that he's going to go for a Max Hail into Amoonguss with a Brutal Swing possibly, which I'm actually okay with just going Rage Powder and Swords Dance here, because Max Flare on a Metagross is going to look really, really nice here in a second. You could also just go Max Steel Spike. That's definitely an option. A Tailwind could even be an option as well. We will be getting our speed boost here, so ideally we could see a Max Quake straight into Amoonguss here. That would be really, really nice, but we'll have to see what happens here. I really do think Blaziken can do well here, especially with the Expert Belt. We do get a little bit more super effective damage on the Metagross. And we might even see an Oko onto the Amoonguss here. In which case we can actually really just give a little bit more support to Blaziken on the side. So that's actually fine. We'll see if he goes with a Max Hail here. He actually goes Max Quake, so we're actually looking pretty good here. In all actuality. So Amoonguss takes a little bit of a shot, but it is Amoonguss, so he's very, very bulky. And Metagross actually gets 0 defensive boost there. So after the +1 right here for the Blaziken, I'm not sure if we outspeed the Metagross. I guess it depends on how fast the Metagross is made to be here, right? So we have to think of the options. Like, we could see a Max Guard here. Even going into Jellicent might not be the worst of ideas, and we can start to Strength Sap. Obviously there's Clear Body though, so we can't take the Metagross. I think really just a Rage Powder plus a Flare Blitz into Metagross might be kind of nice here. Taunt or Tornadus could be a little bit concerning, but I really think Rage Powder is probably the safest play here. We don't want to eat up a Max Quake at all, right? You know, honestly, a Max Guard might not have been a terrible idea either, to get that extra speed boost, just to make sure that we're faster than the Metagross. Maybe a Max Guard Protect here, just in case of a taunt. That way we can for sure get our Max Flare off first. We'll see what happens here. I don't know exactly what the Tornadus is going to do is the problem. So he does go for the Air Slash, which is actually more beneficial for us, right? So Tornadus, or Amoonguss does go down though to that Air Slash, which is unfortunate. But we do go first, so we'll see. Without any defensive boost, is this KO? Yes, sir. All right, we like that. We love to see that. The Swords Dance. Oh, the critical hit. I'm not sure if the crit mattered there, truthfully. At +2 attack, that might have just KO'd Metagross anyway, especially with the Expert Belt. So I'm not entirely sure if that critical hit mattered. But we love to see crits. We love to see crits. Big crits. We love to see them. So now we got to figure out who we want to put next to Blaziken, right? So Jellicent can do a decent job. I'm sorry. In case a Tapu Fini comes out. Yeah, that could really help us out with the Tapu Fini, right? And the Tornadus is really just not threatening a Jellicent whatsoever. Yep, and we see a Tapu Fini come out. That's fine. I don't think Tapu Fini has any moves that can one-shot our Blaziken right now, so I think we honestly just target down this this Tornadus, and then we can target the Fini next turn. We can even go for a Max Guard so we're faster than Tornadus next turn, because we could see an Air Slash at a Blaziken. We could honestly see a double at a Blaziken here as well. So I think just keeping our Blaziken around, letting him get that extra speed boost, and maybe get a little bit of chip damage onto Tapu Fini here is actually our best option. Yeah, I think that could be our best option. We really just want to get those speed boosts onto Blaziken before he goes down, right? So the Tornadus was going to be faster there, and he does go Muddy Water, so I think that was our best plan of action there. And obviously we get the Water Absorb on Jellicent there, so no damage on the Jellicent whatsoever, and we get some free, really good damage onto Tapu Fini right off the bat. So the speed boost really coming in clutch here, and I'm wondering if that crit really mattered. I'm not sure entirely. We'll probably KO the Tornadus here, truthfully. We could double just in case of Sash. But I think it's smarter to just go into Tapu Fini and start to do damage, because Tornadus, like, we have the T-Tar in the back, so we don't really mind Tornadus too much. But this should knock down the Sash at the very least. Yep, actually Tornadus just goes down, so no Sash on the Tornadus here. And I don't think Fini can really OHKO our Blaziken with a Muddy Water. Yeah, we're looking pretty good there. So the Fini's gonna take a lot more damage here. It's gonna be really close to a KO on Fini here. So we're looking pretty good. We just gotta really figure out how exactly we want to play against this last mon, right? So we don't want to do anything too rash, and we don't want to act like we have this game all wrapped up, because we never do. We've thrown a good many games on this stream from acting a little too confident and paying almost too much attention to chat. So we do want to focus in and make sure that all the moves that we're clicking, I'm sorry, are the right moves to click. So I think a Flare Blitz and a Regieleki actually makes a lot of sense here. We are in Sun, we are +2 attack. That's almost a guaranteed OHKO onto the Regieleki here for Blaziken. And we should be much faster. At this point, we're at a good +3. +3, +4 speed, somewhere around there. So that does take the Regieleki out. There was a possibility of it being sashed. A critical hit. That crit, I'm not sure if that crit mattered, but the luck today on the critical hits has been very nice. We take a whole lot of damage from recoil there, but by now it's kind of a lost cause for the Fini, right? We have Tyranitar coming in from the back, and these Sludge Bombs are really just doing a lot of damage. Too much damage for this Fini to be comfortable with, right? So we just switch T-Tar in, and honestly, the Sand should just get rid of Fini anyway, even if we didn't get an attack off. And you can't double KO right here, right? The T-Tar is very bulky with that Assault Vest and with the Sand up, so there's almost no way you OHKO our Tyranitar here. Honestly, a Crunch is fine. It's so close to death. So hit it with Sludge Bomb, hit it with a Crunch. You can't double KO me. That's for sure. And the battle gets canceled. So very good first game with the Blaziken. That's for sure. Very good game. The crit on the Metagross was very fortunate. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if it. I'm not entirely sure if it mattered. Truthfully, I don't know if the Max Flare itself would have just taken the meta. Oh, excuse me. Would have taken the Metagross out itself. We can check really fast. I'm a little bit curious on the set on the Metagross. There it is. So it was max HP, no investment in a defense. So there was a possibility that it did OHKO. And honestly, was it weakness policy? It was weakness policy. So we would have procced a weakness policy, and he would have KO'd our Blaziken. So he could have been in a bad situation if that crit did not KO. But he wasn't full bulk. So it might not have KO'd, truthfully. Or it might have still KO'd, I'm sorry. Not entirely sure. So we go up a little bit on the rank. The first game that we tried to log into here, our internet crashed or something, because we immediately DC'd, so we lost a little bit of we took a little bit of an unfortunate L on a DC, and lost some ranking. So we're right around where we started on the day, but yeah, we're pretty decently high up on the ladder. I'd like to climb a little bit more with this Blaziken team, but we're doing really well. Let's jump into the next one and see what we can go against here, right? Okay. Obviously the Colossal moves are a big thing here. Tyranitar honestly looks really strong here. I know that the Urshifu and the Rillaboom are a little bit scary, but other than that, his real means of damage when it comes to max mons at the very least. Tyranitar both kind of walls them and does a lot of damage to all of them as well. So I think a T-Tar Thunderous lead could actually do a really, really well for us here. Yeah, actually, I think a T-Tar Thunderous lead actually does just really well, because obviously if we see a Rillaboom or an Urshifu lead as well, we can just max the Thunderous and use T-Tar as kind of a supporting mon for the Thunderous there. Or even just switch out into something like Grimmsnarl. So I think Grimmsnarl is actually pretty good in the back here. We can set up screens from the back. Otherwise, honestly, Grimmsnarl T-Tar could do really well as well. But I think those three do really well. We could go Jellicent. Jellicent can wall kind of everybody here as well, other than the Rillaboom. And it depends what kind of Urshifu that is, honestly. I think actually Blaziken could do even better in the back. We can get a protect off, we can get a speed boost off and be able to beat most everything here. Truthfully, we just don't want the Colossal to be doing an extreme amount of damage right off the bat, right? So with the Assault Vest and the Sand Up, T-Tar actually does live a max Overgrowth or any other max move that the Colossal wants to go into it. So he goes Urshifu Dragapult. So I think here the best option is actually to switch out of T-Tar. We'll see what kind of Urshifu this is. You would imagine it's probably Rapid Strike Urshifu. I can never tell from the stance. I know there's a certain way to tell, but I think, okay, that did look like what? Rapid Strike stance. I can never tell for sure. But honestly, just because we don't want to eat up a close combat on Tyranitar, right? But Tyranitar is looking really good in front of that Dragapult. I think we do just switch out though. Nobody's really... A max Airstream is really going to hurt anybody that switches into it, but also a max Lightning will as well. I think I'd rather opt for max Airstream into Urshifu, because obviously you could see a switch into Rillaboom, even though I don't think that's the smartest thing to do. I think we play it a little bit safe and go Airstream into Urshifu, get a little bit of a speed boost when it comes to the Grimmsnarl. So we can have, honestly, we can even then get a second speed boost onto Grimmsnarl and maybe even outspeed the Dragapult, depending on what kind of build it is. It could be really, really nice. He stays in with both Mons. It makes me think that maybe... Is he going to max either one? I wouldn't imagine he maxes either one in this situation. We'll have to see what happens here. This is a little bit interesting. Maybe screens on the Will-O-Wisp. Ooh, wow, yeah. That was a really good move, actually, because this is a very physical Thunderous, but this should still do good damage. And he's still within 2-shot range, so... That is a bit unfortunate, though, that I was not thinking about the Will-O-Wisp. That's a really, really good first play. That's a really good first play. I definitely should have thought of that as an option. And the close combat does a decent amount of damage there. It makes me think there might be a band on that Urshifu. That's very possible. He's within one turn. So I think here, just another max Airstream, and then... Let me think here. I don't want to do anything too crazy, right? We want to get rid of the things that can really take out Tyranitar and Blaziken, right? So the Urshifu definitely needs to go. And it will go down this next turn for sure. While the Dragapult's not much of an issue for us, I think we need to put up a Reflect here, actually, knowing that Rillaboom's in the back. And just go for another max Airstream into Urshifu. I don't think you would switch the Urshifu out. I think you let it go down here. Yeah, and he does switch out the Dragapult, so that's going to come out into Colossal. So the thing here is, okay, it's actually not... Ooh, that does a whole lot of damage. Ooh. Yeah, you get the Steam Engine off, but that Aqua Jet did a whole lot of damage to that Colossal there. See, the problem here for me is then, I'm only at +2. Does a +2 Tornadus beat out... Is that faster than a +4 Colossal? That's actually... I would imagine not. If we had +3 on, I'd be a little bit more confident. But at only +2, I don't feel nearly as confident about that, right? This is kind of where we would have really liked to take out Urshifu first turn. That way we get the speed boost. That burn really is gonna it's gonna be a big factor in the end of this game, because taking out that Urshifu first turn would have been really good for us. He does come out with Ninetales. I think the smartest move is to go light screen. I could even scary face into Colossal. Ooh. That could actually be a really good option here. If we scary face into Colossal, then that's a good tech, I think, actually. I'm not sure if either one KOs here, right? We would have to hope that Colossal isn't bulky enough here to take a max lightning, because we also don't have any priority moves, right? So I think actually what we do is just airstream the Ninetales then. So we get our move off with Colossal, or with, I'm sorry, not with Colossal, but with we get our move off and do a lot of damage into Ninetales, and then honestly Blaziken looks pretty good against Colossal still, just because Colossal's not going to be sitting at +4 anymore, right? So a +2 Colossal, we could honestly outspeed that pretty fast, and I'm guessing that Grimmsnarl actually stays up here again. We most definitely outspeed Colossal here with Tornadus. Hopefully this airstream can do some good damage to Ninetales though. It's not terrible damage. We are going to say bye to we are going to say goodbye to Thunderous though, so puts out the Pokelith. I mean, we could see here, yeah. I think that's kind of an obvious choice to take out there. Definitely your biggest threat. But now we have a +3 Grimmsnarl when it comes to speed. So yeah, I'll be honest. The burn was definitely big there. That was a big factor that's gonna play into the end of this game. So we actually aren't going to be able to get another scary face off next turn. Blizzard takes us out. A little bit of chip damage there. Now you got to wonder if Tyranitar is faster than Colossal. I would imagine not. We get the sand up. Still weakness policy. We could see a max overgrowth into Tyranitar here, and I think that our Blaze, I mean, it depends on how fast this Colossal is. But do we think a +2 Colossal, +2 speed Colossal is do we think that's faster than our Blaziken? I mean, we could protect and definitely be faster next turn, but if we are faster, it would just be better to do a close combat and let Tyranitar take very little damage this turn, right? I think it's worth the risk. And to be completely honest, I think Blaziken actually is faster here. Nope. Max Quake comes out first. We'll see if it's into Blaziken. It would have been much better to just protect Blaziken there. So that's a bad play by me. Truthfully, I did think that a play into Tyranitar would probably be better there for the Colossal, but see if this KOs. Oh, it comes so very close, right? So, one more turn of max, correct? Yeah. So it's a little bit scary, just because the Colossal. Yeah, if we protect there, we probably just win, right? I think every time you should just protect there. We could go for Earthquake for definite damage, I think. I'm wondering if an Earthquake there would have actually KO'd. An Earthquake there probably does KO. So actually, I think the best option there would have been to just protect an Earthquake. We'll see if this KOs. I know a max T-Tar could definitely take that. Okay, yeah, we take that by a lot. I think it would have been much better to just protect an Earthquake there. We would have done a lot more damage to Colossal. We would have taken out the Colossal, actually, and still done really good damage to Dragapult. He does go Will-O-Wisp. Colossal will go down, and neither Pokemon can really do much damage to me, though. Like, going... Let me think. So, yeah, if I just Protect there, we win this pretty handily. But I went for a play that didn't really make much sense. Like, the +2 Colossal is pretty obviously outspeeding Blaziken, and honestly, I feel like T-Tar is probably your bigger threat, but I should have known that T-Tar was living that Max Quake pretty handily. That should have been something that was pretty obvious here. So we are gonna be hoping for a double. We have to hit both. Breaking Swipe's gonna bring us down to another -1, and I'm thinking he probably is just taking this game, right? And Dazzling Gleam, yeah. So he's taking this game pretty handily. Yeah, we could have easily taken the game with a Protect on Blaziken there. Just one play. It goes to show just one play can really just change the game for you. Because if I go Earthquake, yeah, if I go Earthquake Protect, I mean, even if he hits me with a Max Quake or a Max Overgrowth into T-Tar, we're eating that up. We're definitely eating that up. So I'm gonna guess that's a faster Colossal. Yeah, it's almost max speed Colossal. So that is why that +2 is still faster than both my Pokemon. 73 speed. Yeah, if it was anything slower. Yeah, if it was anything slower, I do think we would outsped that. But the 73 speed, a little bit of investment really just took that game there. So EV investments are definitely very important when it comes to Pokemon training and play the game. So that was a little bit disappointing. One bad play. If I just Protect there, it's just better to do that because it's just so safe to Protect Earthquake there, because you should know that Tyranitar is really there to wall the Colossal as much as possible. So a little bit unfortunate, but we jump into the next game. We have Blastoise and DD. Regidrago, Porygon. Torkoal and Leafeon. I feel like Blaziken could be a good option here. The Regidrago in the front could be a little bit of an issue. But Tyranitar in the front could also be pretty good for us as well. Just depending. Like, he can set up Sun. A little bit of a weird dynamic here for the team. It could be Chlorophyll on the Leafeon. I think Leafeon is I almost want to say a physical attacker. Thundurus could be a good option here, I think. Thunder's Grimmsnarl could, I think, do pretty well here. Yeah, that could do pretty well, and I think Blaziken in the back does well. And Jellicent, truthfully, I don't think Jellicent could do too bad here. You can reverse some Trick Room play that they have possibilities with. The problem is, I mean, they're all special attackers, so Jellicent kind of eats up the special attacking moves pretty well. But we'll have to wait and see. Like the body press, you can't body press obviously into Jellicent with the Torkoal, so that's nice. You're eating up Eruptions pretty well. The only problem is we do have Water Spout ourselves, so if we're in Sun, that could be a little bit of an issue. We'll have to see here. Maybe bringing Tyranitar was a better option over Blaziken. That could have been a better option just for terrain control, right? So the thing here, we could just see a Skull Bash. That could be a little bit intimidating. We could U-turn out if we really want to. I don't necessarily think we do though. We could U-turn out into Jellicent, maybe put a light screen up. With Jellicent, even put up a Trick Room, truthfully. I don't think that's the best idea, though. I think I'd rather really just max here. We can lower special attack on Blastoise and put up a light screen. I think that's a good option, because even if you, like, follow me Skull Bashes here, we get a light screen plus a -1 on special attack, which is really, really good. That's also another reason why U-turn is actually a pretty good option here. Is we do have the option to lower special attack on a lot of Pokemon. So we'll see what he wants to do here. He could Yeah, it's follow me. I'm gonna guess he's skull bashing. Shell smashing. I'm sorry, not skull bashing. I've been saying skull bashing this whole time, and it's not even close to what the actual move's name is called. So we go max flutter bee. How much damage this does? It should do pretty good damage. That is pretty good. I would have liked that to O-code, but that's pretty good damage nonetheless. Plus we get that special attack drop, which is really, really good. It's white herb. Okay. So you get shell smash and you had white herb. Okay, so we have light screen up. The white herb is a little bit unfortunate as well. I would imagine we're gonna go with a follow me again here. I think we just scary face the Blastoise to make sure that he's not too fast here. While he does have a +2, we have, I think maybe a Flutter Bee was better here. Oh, it most definitely was. Once I decided on the scary face, I think I should have just Flutter Bee there. And then we put him to only +1 special attack, and we have the light screen, and we most definitely live even a max hailstorm. So hopefully even at +2 with a max hailstorm, we still survive this. He's not in rain, so I don't believe. Oh, this follow me is gonna go into Indeedee anyway, right? Okay, so that's not the most terrible thing. Oh yes, psychic trade as well, so I forgot about that entirely as well. See this KOs. Okay, light screen actually did really, really well for us there, and we will be taking out the Indeedee. Okay, so now does a +2 speed Blastoise outspeed our +1 Tornadus? I don't believe so. I mean, Thunderous. Oh man, I don't think it does. Light skin really, really helped there, I'm not gonna lie, otherwise we would have been dead multiple times around, right? So, we'll have to see here. Who's he going to? The Grim at +2 speed isn't gonna outspeed, Blastoise either. I think we do outspeed Blastoise here, so I think a max lightning into Blastoise is actually a pretty good idea here. The only problem is if Porygon 2 goes with, if he like max guards and goes with a Tri Attack into Thunderous. We have Blaziken in the back, so that can take care of Porygon 2 if we need. I think I do just max lightning, and then we can see if a +1 Grim outspeeds the Porygon 2. Just kind of depends on what kind of set they're running. But we can Spirit Break to make sure it's at -1 special attack as well. That could really help us. Oh wow, he's still faster. Wow, he's faster than the +1. I think he thought he was gonna be faster as well. Wow. I think he made that play thinking he was faster as well, because I firmly thought we were gonna be faster there. I mean, it works out. He goes into Grimmsnarl there, and we end up getting no Oko there because of Shell Smash. But wow, that's crazy. He was still faster. That's interesting. That's very interesting. So we lose a little bit of HP. We get this special attack drop. The only problem is he could just go Trick Room here. In which case, it's really not that terrible of an idea. Okay, sweet. That's very, very good for us. Okay, I mean, that turn worked out really well for us. Should it have? I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I think both of us just assumed that Thunderous was gonna. Oh, the Vortex takes us out. Yeah. Oh, that's good for him. But I think both of us just assumed that Thunderous was just gonna be faster. Truthfully, that might KO both. Oh, man. So now we're in a little bit of a spot, right? But it is just a 2v2. It depends who he comes out with here. Whether or not I should be nervous. Regidrago, yeah, that could be a little bit bad. Depending on how fast Regidrago is, truthfully. So I think a protect here is fine. We definitely don't want to trick roam. I think just trying to heal up from the dragon energy is probably our best bet here. Yeah, we don't want to take too much damage from dragon energy here. It's probably spec, so this might even KO, but we're really, really specially bulky on Jellicent, so we do take that up pretty well. We go for the strength sap, we get it. We take that up, and I mean, while we don't really care about Porygon's attack stats, it is really nice to get, especially healed there when that really did nothing. Wow, that did a lot less than I thought it would. So the problem here is that the good thing is if it is specs, I can do damage to Regidrago, and he'll no longer really be doing very big damage, right? I'm not sure by how little that damage was on Jellicent. I mean, Jellicent's really, really bulky. Plus, that's not a very effective move onto Jellicent there. So I think I really have to think this through because this is a very close game, right? At +1, we just gotta hope that Regieleki is slower than Blaziken here, and Regidrago. And I think we just double. For how little damage Porygon 2 is doing, I think we just have to double here. We are faster. We do a sizable amount of damage, so if he specs, we should be looking pretty decent here. Yep, we're looking really good now. Yeah, he won't be doing much damage here. Whew, still a decent amount on Blaziken, not the most bulky of Mon, so... And we do take out the Regidrago with the Sludge Bomb there, so that's actually really nice. But that could have been a little bit dicey. So Thunderbolt almost takes out Blaziken, but no luck there. But he will go down to the Cannonade damage. So I think our best bet here is to actually just heal up first, and then we can go into either Sludge Bomb or just depending on how much damage we have done on Porygon, we can go into I'm sorry, depending on how much damage is on Jellicent, we could either go Water Spout or Sludge Bomb here. The good thing is we do go before him though. And as we saw before, like, he's doing very, very little damage. And he just recovers, so... Yeah, I think we're just cool to hit a Water Spout here. We do have the Mystical Water to do a little bit more on that. So that really helps us. And the chip damage stops. So that's really good as well. So we'll just Water Spout. Jellicent really coming in the clutch here, being super, super bulky. Really specially bulky, so that really worked out in our favor. And we do good damage. We do really good damage there. We'll see. Yeah, that's doing very little damage. I'm not sure if a Water Spout is doing more than a Sludge Bomb now. We haven't taken much damage, so I'm just going to go with Water. Just because we have Mystical Water, I think it probably gives us more damage to go Water Spout here. I mean, plus the stab, right? It should be doing a little bit more, I would imagine. And he can just recover here, which is the annoyance of Porygon 2, right? Was that my live screen that wore off? I do believe. Yeah. He's also -1 special attack. That's also doing a lot for us here. Let's just Water Spout again, and then next turn we can think about excuse me. Next turn we can think about going into a Strength Sap to get back a little bit of health. So he goes Trick Room. That is smart of him. Now I'm not going to be able to hit Water Spout be as confident about putting out a Water Spout. So Recover comes out here. This is gonna be a fun game. I'm not sure who's gonna have more health than this. A big poison here now. No poison, so we don't get a poison off. Doing very little with Sludge Bomb. This does really just come out to who can outstall who, right? So we get a Thunderbolt again. Not gonna do too much. Does a little bit more than before since that light screen went down. Get on the white side. Water spout off. I was actually doing still more than the strength sap. I think we can take 2 more. But in case of a in the case of a crit at any point, I think it'd just be smarter to go strength sap here. Get back to full health and go at him next turn. This is gonna be a very boring game. Actually, we don't go to full health, so just because he's not a very physical attacker, right? So we don't take much energy from him, but maybe trying to get a sludge bomb, maybe starting to go sludge bomb here to try to get a poison is better off for us, just to get some extra residual damage between turns. Like, you can't hit recover over and over and over again all game, right? So we'll hit the sludge bomb. Hopefully we can get a lucky poison. There we go. That's very, very good for us. It'll make it harder for him to just keep clicking recover. And now Trick Room is over, so could be better for us to just go strength sap, get up a little bit, and then start hitting water spout. I would imagine this is probably a recover though. Yeah, I think a strength sap here, get some health back, and then be able to do better damage with water spout next turn is probably better for us. This is a very, very boring end game, but it's really just showing off how good Jellicent can be, truthfully. Porygon 2 being one of the better, bulkier mon in the meta, and showing that Jellicent can really just wall it out and take its time, just chipping it apart, chipping away at it, and eventually it seems like we're most likely gonna win out this bulk battle. So I think another water spout here is fine. We get the poison damage, which is looking really, really good. I'd imagine this is probably just another recover for him. I mean, he can't click it forever. You gotta wonder how many recoveries he does have. I think it's 10, but I'm not sure. Oh, that almost looked like crit damage for a second, but so close. But he's not gonna be able to go to full health. We're still doing really good damage to him, and the poison is really feeling nice right now. So big kudos to Sludge Bomb. We could be doing more damage with Water Spout, but I think just going for another Water Spout is pretty good. Kind of forcing him to go into recovers, because I mean this will be a 2-hit KO plus the poison, so it's gonna force him into another recover here soon. And we're kind of just keeping his health low, yeah. So he ends up just conceding on the very bulky very bulky battle there, but we end up winning it. We lost our second game. I think we're just gonna play 3 games per video. I think that's a pretty good amount of games for us to do. It takes up a little bit of time, but not too much, you know. So let's check these a little bit. What item was he? Oh yeah, he was White Orb. Yeah, that was pretty big. Both of us. How fast is he? He is full speed investment, so +2 speed did outspeed 130. Yeah, I guess that does outspeed Thundurus. I think we both thought that he was going to outspeed Thundurus there, so he didn't go into Cannonade into Thundurus. Which ended up being pretty bad for him, truthfully. Very, very bulky. Very, very bulky Porygon 2, as you would imagine, but that'll be it for today. We ended up going 2-1. It could have been 3-0, honestly. We made one bad choice in that second game, and we really could have won. But I hope this video really shows a little bit on how good Blaziken actually can be. We are gonna keep trying to ladder it through the rest of the week on our Twitch stream. So come check us out. We're at Benthic Gaming, capital B, capital G, 2 season of Benthic. Benthic Gaming on Twitch. We are also Benthic Gaming on Twitter, and then obviously YouTube here. So leave a like, subscribe if you can. Would really appreciate it, and come and check out the streams. We're trying to build a little bit of a community. We're trying to have fun. We're trying to ladder, and here soon we're gonna try to hit rank 1 on the ladder. Be very, very fun. So thanks for stopping by. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out, guys.